Coming up next, it's a UFC Women's Bantamweight Division matchup. Well, she's about as well-rounded as it gets, DC, and I know you didn't have the benefit of starting as a striker back in the day. First day she stepped in a gym, she was mixing all the different disciplines, and the results certainly speak to that commitment and dedication.
It shows. It shows in her ability to fight high-level competition right away. She does not need fights to build her up. She's prepared to fight the wrestler. She's prepared to fight the grappler. She's prepared to do a kickboxing match with the best kickboxers. Her life has prepared her for these moments. All the training, all the sessions, all the private sessions has made her ready to compete for a title right away.
Yeah, I would agree, and at least the early returns are that she looks comfortable and confident in every discipline and every martial arts situation. Well, she's one of the more well-rounded fighters, DC, that we have in this division, a true mixed martial artist. Her first martial art was MMA. That certainly helps.
Yes, she's a new breed of fighter. A fighter that, as a young girl, she was brought into a gym. And in that gym, she told the coaches, I don't want to wrestle. I don't want to do jiu-jitsu. I don't want to kickbox and box. I want to do it all. Right. Is there an MMA class for my daughter to take part in? She did that from day one, and you see all that development over the course of a lifetime has led her to the octagon, where she is already making her impact.
Yeah, she said, I didn't want to get to the UFC until I was 100% comfortable in every situation. So far, so good for her. She's got a big one in front of her here tonight. And here is tonight's tale of the tape. More than 5 years apart. Some differences in height and reach as well. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 25 wins, 10 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 134 pounds. Fighting out of New York, the Apex. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of
How you feeling?
2 wins, no losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 131 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Kelly. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
So Dan Mergliata shares the cage.
You ready? You ready?
Well, her last win by knockout will be a tough act to follow as round 1 gets underway here. She really busted onto the radar of UFC fans by knocking out her last opponent. So now with momentum and the winning streak in tow, she will try to do it again. Got to get a win here, and certainly a finish would be useful as well. Just out of range with that left hook. Oh, shots to the legs!
I mean, that is a big shot to the head. I cannot believe she's still standing.
Get some respect. She won't go as forward anymore. When you got a big...
That is it.
Let's go, Big Kelly. Big Kelly from Treetop Peru. Let's go.
The official decision is in. Here is the veteran voice, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 58 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner.
Hell yeah, don't worry. That's another one coming up next.
Kelly!
Well, there she is. This arena belongs to her here tonight. Hard-pressed to find a knockout in the women's game as stunning as that.
I mean, she has so much confidence in her hand that she's willing to stand in front of her opponent and take one to give one. And when she gave one, it shut the opponent's lights out. Great job finding that kill shot.
Crazy Kelly comes out there and just whoops her on a 58-second match. Like, wow. Just spicy. Spicy. Put her down. Shout out to Crazy Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Westcoast Fighting Commission. You know what I'm saying? So. Okay, quick match. Crazy Kelly came out there and handled her business. You know what I'm saying? Early succession, like they say, ESPN MMA. You know what I'm saying? What a disappointing fight. Bumpton is useless. See, they out there talking all that yappity yap yap. You know what I'm saying? But they won't step out there. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though. Let's get her next fight. Let's book her next fight. And then we gonna move on. You feel me? So her next fight is Kelly Randall. She trained for 4 weeks. All right, we'll take that. All right, but we about to get into our next fight. Hold up for a minute. Don't go nowhere. I'm not stopping the stream. I'm just loading it. Okay, so we got Monster K out there. 2-1. This be a lot. Using a lot of these points, but you get a lot of the points from nothing else I can upgrade. Okay. Yeah, first match he lost in submission. Oh, he right there. Okay, not ranked, so. 13 people ahead of him. So he got 13 people ahead of him that's ranked. So he got 5 game plans, all of them unlocked, so that's good to go. Let's go. You get 13 for the show and 13 if you win.
Coming up next, a UFC flyweight division matchup. A near-perfect combination of boxing ability and technique. Few guys have been able to hold up when it comes to this guy's boxing acumen, and he'll be trying to put on a striking clinic once again here tonight.
And what really has helped him is his ability to defend takedowns. It discourages his opponents from shooting on him. So then they are forced to stand in the boxing range. No one manages distance better. No one understands getting in range and then out of range better than this guy. And the moment you're stuck there, you are a lame duck. He is going to find you. He's a sniper. The jab always lifts the chin. The right hand follows. And if you are able to withstand that, you got to watch for everything coming after it. And I love watching him land that beautiful left body shot as he ends a lot of his combinations.
Yeah, and we talk so much about his offense, but his defense as a boxer, right? The head's never on the center line. It's almost like his head's detached from his body. Truly a sight to behold. We'll see if he can put forth another shining performance here tonight. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC DC. And if anyone is well equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fights.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 2 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fight time! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 13 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 124 pounds. He's on. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Eve Levine.
The veteran Eve Levine draws the assignment here.
Eve Levine.
Ready?
That was super weird.
All right, ready to go for round 1, and this young man's popularity absolutely soared on the strength of what he did his last time out. It was a win by flush knockout, kept his winning streak intact with style points, and now the challenges get decidedly more tougher. We'll see if he can keep the momentum going in what is unquestionably arguably the biggest spot of his UFC career.
Right hand punch to the clinch.
Really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing. That punch to the body does a lot of damage.
They're certainly getting after it early. Tried with the uppercut there, just missed, or so it appears.
Liver kick, if you take this kick, it's going to shut your body up.
Just missed with the left there. Oh, man. I think you jumped out of your seat a little bit after that kick.
Oh, I did, because I have times where I've been kicked like that, and I'm going to tell you one thing, it does not feel good. Left hand punch from the clinch.
Oh, keeping busy in the clinch. Dirty boxing here.
Okay, let's go. Come on. Come on, Kobe. Show him, let's see why he talks to. Ooh.
Nice strike.
Just misses there with the left.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Switching stances here. He finally gets the takedown now. So what do they say? Try again?
Yeah, now the guy's got arm bar. He's attacking it on him. He's gonna attack arm bar here. You gotta get up. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off, and you gotta cover. You can't be off to an angle.
Full guard now, BC.
For the top fighter, you gotta be very careful because most submissions come from the full guard. So advance to half. Try to build posture.
There as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got it hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night. Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
Well, you got to think frustration is starting to set in on the other side as he lands another takedown, and he knew he was going to get a lot of this offensive wrestling. As yet, he's been unable to stop.
He has not been able to stop it, and it's a different round.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round, saved by the bell. So back to the stool, mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, let's get you a replay from that previous round. It was the big knockdown courtesy of that kick that nearly closed the show for good.
It almost closed the show, but nothing's more discouraging than when you get somebody hurt that bad and you don't shut the door. He has to go back to work now knowing that he's got about as tough a guy as he's ever had in front of him in the octagon tonight.
All right, second round underway.
Okay, let's go.
Big powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there as he lands the punch, DC. That's as good a punch as he's thrown out.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfect.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. He's attacking armbar now.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here. Oh, he postured up there. Not tapping out tonight. All right, full guard now, DC.
And for the guy on top, he needs to build posture or just go to the next position. Start shoving that knee through, trying to get the half guard, which in turn will lead to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you need to be anticipating. You need to be framing. You need to be moving, looking for opportunities to either reverse the position or get back to your feet.
Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round.
Beautiful takedown land.
And he hip tosses him to the mat. Now we'll see what he can do from here, DC.
Right into side control. He's going to try to control him, then find a submission.
Oh, trying to turn out the lights with that roundhouse kick, but just misses.
Step into that shit.
Beautiful strike.
DC, he is hurt.
What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement on that shot. You get up, you go down as another takedown attempt lands.
Oh, he's going for his arm now. Nicely done. Gets up again here, but hurting.
Put him up.
Missed with that right hand. All right, single collar.
Oh, nice elbow.
Both guys landing with conviction now.
Beautiful level change.
Oh, it looks like he's transitioning an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys.
You gotta scramble. You gotta scramble. I wanna see a scramble.
Gotta be careful, armbar.
And he's out. Oh, worked hard to get up again, but he looks like he's compromised.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
All right, so there's the Horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
You ready? You ready?
Third round underway.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight. Well, we talked. Inside, he's hooked now.
He turned his entire body into that uppercut, and it landed exactly as he was hoping for.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
Good punch. Yeah, he's mixing it all up.
Okay. Cover up. Nice. Good.
Punch coming, it's blocked. Single collar tie now. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
So fighter a little bit stunned. Judo throw. Let's see if he can capitalize and lock up the sub.
You got to try to find whether or not you're going to land ground and pound here or if you're going to go to submission.
Back to the feet.
Secure the hook.
And they separate.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Here he is back in the clinch.
Hands up.
Nice entry there as he gets another takedown, and I know his opponent has confidence in his ability to get back up, but I got an idea. How about don't get taken down in the first
How
place?
about defend yourself? Over and over, you're getting taken down. You're losing the fight. You've got to change something. And for the offensive wrestler, just continue down the path. It's working.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? All right, Muay Thai clinch. A lot of elbow.
Another big takedown.
Oh, nice job working hard, posting, and getting back up. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle.
Busy. Keep moving.
Attacking armbar. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on the hips, you got to move.
Brilliant submission defense there. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a
What's up with you, Silo?
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 9-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Heiner!
All right, so there he is. The celebration is on. He tried to leave the judges out of it tonight, was unable to do that, but a pretty dominant effort nonetheless. He's your winner by unanimous decision.
And you've got to feel good about that. You got to feel good about dominating every aspect of a fight and getting a victory. He should be very proud of his performance tonight.
Use the bathroom, y'all.
Well, she's one of the more exciting fighters in this or any division and really came into the UFC with some legitimate striking credentials, and she's put those to good use in the big show.
And that's why everybody was so excited about her UFC debut. They understood that they were about to witness something truly special. A striker, a fighter with an ability to finish fights with her legs, with her hands, with her elbows, with her knees. There was nothing, no tool at her disposal that she would not use. She was going to use everything gifted to her, and she has done that, and that's why her performances have been so great in the UFC.
Yeah, she does not discriminate. She is a true, tried and tested 8-point striker. She'll try to put on a striking clinic here tonight. Well, for my money, she is as accomplished a striker as any woman in the game at present. Tonight, though, she's got to focus on keeping this fight upright.
She has to stay on her feet. If she is taken down early, it will be a long night for her. She has to manage the space. She has to sprawl and brawl, and she has to fight with that ferocity that she is known for. It's the aggressive attitude, the aggressive approach that she takes that makes her one of the more exciting fighters in the UFC.
And she told us in our fighter meeting on Thursday, she doesn't necessarily want to fight on a napkin in the center of the octagon, right? She wants to control distance, manage range effectively. She has certainly done that every step of the way thus far in her UFC career. And here is tonight's tale of the tape. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age, and they both possess a similar height and reach. To get us started with the official introductions, we go inside to the veteran voice of the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 9 wins, no losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 131 pounds. Fight time! And now introducing our opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a boxer, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 7 losses. She stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 134 pounds. Black Mamba. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata.
You ready? You ready?
All right, round 1 is underway, and she is as devastating a knockout threat as this division has ever seen. If you want proof, how about the recent highlight reel? 3 straight wins, all of them by flush knockout. We'll see if she can keep it going here tonight. Good series of strikes by her there. She is staying wicked busy tonight.
Very busy, but also super accurate. She is on point.
Oh! Oh! Oh, she looked at her and lands the diving punch to the head. Back to her feet now. Good sign for her there. Back and forth we go.
Can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the thing.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, she postures up here, DC. We'll see if she can get those ground strikes.
Watch for the huge elbows that she's known for.
Back to the feet. Just over 3 minutes to go, round 1.
Nice punch landed at the top.
Oh, did she get tagged by that combo? Oh!
She is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's going to finish this fight.
Oh, straight right. Oh! Back to the feet.
You can never know what you're going to see with this young lady. Is she going to finish the fight?
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over. And that is another one for the highlight reel, but few prettier than that one as she gets the big knockout win here tonight. Well, there she is. Man, did she have it going here tonight as she gets the huge win by knockout, near perfect execution, and that could be one of the better knockouts of the year.
What's up, B?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Giuliani has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 44 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout,
Well, there she is, and you can be sure there's going to be a long line at the after party tonight after what she was able to accomplish tonight.
I mean, she will be as popular tonight as she's ever been because no one forgets a knockout like this. It'll be on TV. It'll be on the news. It'll be available everywhere she turns for the next few weeks, and this is a massive moment for her.
Man, she put the motherfucking hands to her hands. Man, she put them hands to her ass, dog. Hey, bro, I don't even know what to say. Hit her with the Big Show KO. She tried to spin around. I tried to let her fight. But you saw it though, right, dude? Try to let her fight. UFC. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm your host, Gary Kiss Sports. Peace and love. Can't forget that. I'm out. See you at the next video. Baseball next.